Welcome to another day of school. Well, wasn't yesterday exciting of our 100th day of school and our party that we had? Well, as you can see on our daily ticker now, we only have 80 squares left. And each one of those 80 squares represents each day we have until the last day of school. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off one of these, and then every day we are going to use that number to do something fun mathematically with it. Well, since today is we have 80 days left of school, let's figure out a fraction. We know that fractions are the same things as percents and as decimals. So knowing that we have 80 days left, let's just write this up here. 80 days of school left, because there's 180 days in the school year. So if I wanted to know what percent, what would I do? Well, since the whole year is cut up into 180, we know that the fraction of the school year that I have left is 80 out of 180 days. Now, we also know that this is a division symbol, but I don't want to divide 80 by 180. Not only would this be bigger numbers, but also there is a way that we can use what we've learned in math of simplifying our fractions. Well, I'm just going to quickly do this. I know that since both the numerator and the denominator have a 0 in them, I can divide by 10 and divide by 10. Well, now look, now I have 8 over 18. Now, doesn't that seem like a simpler fraction, 8 divided by 18? But we can even make it simpler. Because they're both even, I can cut them in half. Divide the numerator by 2, which is 4. Cut the denominator in 2, which is 9. Oh my goodness, look at that. Now you're understanding why we simplify fractions. Do you see that? And now we're going to apply it and to figure out what percent of the school year we have left. And in order to figure out percent, you just remember this is a division problem. And division problems are all percents. So I read this 4 divided by 9. Well, 9 can't fit into 4. So what do? Is I cut it up into 100 pieces, the 100%. So I cut 4 up into 100 pieces. My decimal comes straight up. How many times does 9 go into 4? None. How many times does 9 go into 40? Wouldn't that be 4? 4 times 9 is 36. And 40 minus 36 is 4. The 0 comes down, and now it looks like I have a repeating quotient, because 9 goes into 40 again 4 times, so this would be repeating. Now, we can also understand why we round or round numbers, because this would keep going on forever. I would keep adding 4s here, and I'd keep adding 0s here. So at some point, we have to just cut our losses, and in math, what we do is we draw a line over top of the number that keeps repeating. Well, we know now that 4 divided by 9 is 44 hundredths, which is the same thing. If we convert this like we've been doing for 100 days, if we convert that to a percent, we know that it is 44%. So now, how much of the school year do we have left? 44%. Now, I know this is the first time we've seen this, and I'm not expecting you right now to be able to replicate this. It's like a foreign language, that the first step of understanding a foreign language or speaking a foreign language is understanding it. So I'm hoping all of the steps that I did, you will be noticing, oh yeah, I remember that from calendar math. Oh yeah, I remember that. And then we are going to be doing this and these types of activities for the next 80 days. And by the end of this, you are going to be experts. You'll take my job, you'll be so good.